Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? Clea was the brand new Series 5 card released yesterday, and this card is very interesting. There's a lot of different ways I think you can kind of play this card, but I feel like only a couple of them really stand out. So I want to kind of go over this card more for you guys, so you guys don't end up playing this card in the wrong deck, and so that you guys can play this card properly. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So in case you guys did not know, Clea is a 1-cost, 2-power card with the ability, whenever this card gains permanent power, whether it is in your hand or on the board, add the Flames of Faltine to your hand. The Flames of Faltine is a 1-cost spell. On reveal, afflicted enemy card here with -3 power. In like kind of mathematical ways to describe this, Clea is essentially a 2/5 if you get this to proc once. Since she gains the bonus power, potentially even 2/6, maybe even 2/7, depending on how you get the power, and then adding the spell to your hand. So it costs pretty much 2 costs to be able to play out the entirety of Clea's kind of play pattern here. And if you get the Affliction to go off, I count that as positive power onto Clea herself as well. So essentially, she's either a 2/6, potentially even a 2/7. If you get this multiple times, she could be a 3/9, you know, a 4/12. Like, it really just depends on exactly how it goes off. That number, of course, can increase dramatically, really depending on what buff cards you have for Clea. And when we talk about buff cards, I think one of the main ones kind of is Marvel Boy. Maybe you weren't seeing a lot of Marvel Boy yesterday, but Marvel Boy, for me, honestly added another layer of success for this card. We have a few 1-drops in this list that also got benefited power as well, which you guys will see in the gameplay. I got her and Nicholas Scratch almost up to 10 power, which was really crazy. Another enabler is also Kahori. Kahori I really like with this card as well, since you are getting some of these spells in your hand, whether it is with Merlin, whether it is with Clea itself, that gives you bonus cards to be able to use to proc Kahori, since Kahori is added power based on the cards you have in your hand, which is really nice. Of course, if you don't want to do Kahori, or if you don't have Kahori, you do have good old Gwenpool. Gwenpool is a good enabler, and if you have spells in your hand, you know, Gwenpool does not target spells. She targets cards specifically. So adding 2 power to Clea and then getting the spell in your hand essentially makes her even stronger than just a 2/6. That's a 2/7. If it gets hit again, it's essentially could be a 3/8 or a 3/9, 3/10. It really just depends on how everything goes. More so towards the 3/10 with the Gwenpool value there. And then, of course, you do also have, like, Galacta, which Galacta works with her too, giving extra power to Clea if you're using that to buff Clea itself. Then, of course, you have, like, Nakia, you have Nico. Like, you have options there and everything. But, like, I don't want to say that you're using Clea as your primary win con. I think that's another one of the issues. I think that if you want to pour too heavy into the Clea stuff, it's going to not really win you the game. It gives you benefits for sure, and, like, that power is really nice. But I think one of the main things you want to do is have this as an alternate. It's not a deck-defining card just yet. I think it's been pretty solid in some of the decks I've seen, whether it is the Sasquatch deck that Dexter was talking about, whether it is some Surfer build, which KM might be talking about, or whether it is something like this, which we're going to be messing around with, which is more of an Affliction Werewolf. I like the Werewolf value since a lot of these spells are on reveals, and you have a good variety of on reveals in here. There's a world where the high Evo package definitely is just too expensive for what you got going on, but like you have the Misty Knight to also help give you some Clea value so you can get extra spells itself. You're afflicting cards for cheap with the Flames of Faltine to give you Abomination value. High Evo is just a 4/7 in the deck with no on reveal that you could potentially throw down if it gets hit with Surge. A 3/7 is really solid, so you have Surge to kind of benefit there. Surge does not help Clea in any way, so keep that in mind. I mean, in a way, she decreases the cost and increases the power Clea, but since it does not affect, you know, in deck, it doesn't give you a Flames of Faltine when Clea does get that buff, so just keep it in mind. It has to be on the board or in your hand in order to get the value for Clea. But let's go ahead and jump right into the deck that we were running last night. So this is what we were working with last night. We were playing a Werewolf by Night Clea as Night deck over here with Kahori. We have Laufey as another one of those on reveal Affliction enablers to kind of give you Ajax value, or not Ajax, Abomination value. I had Ajax in this build originally because shout out to Dead Guy. He made this build originally, and then we kind of messed around with it a little bit, optimized it a little bit to kind of make it kind of fit what we were trying to do. We had a lot of instances with Nico copy into Laufey, which is pretty much a snap condition, and in my opinion, and it really did just elevate and win us some games, even into an Ajax matchup, which was really nice with them even dropping Luke Cage. But you have different ways for Werewolf to get into places. The spells, they take up a space, but whenever they disappear, Werewolf can jump into that since the card is no longer there. He's not locked in. You have Marvel Boy for your Misty, your Clea, your Nicholas Scratch, potentially even a Nico. So you have other ways just to output power. Of course, Killmonger kind of nukes what you're trying to do here if you're trying to do Clea stuff or if you're trying to do Nicholas Scratch stuff in general, just because, it kills one-cost cards. I would not put Kyera in here. If you want to put Kyera in here because you're missing another card, maybe, but I don't think you want Kyera. I think Kyera's kind of just cope. It would be different if we were playing Zoo and we have so many one-drops on the board, and our pocket meta is full of Destroy, or a lot of people are playing the Mill Fenris kind of deck, or if it's not even Mill, they're just playing the Wiccan version of that. So, like I was talking about the other day, I think that's one of the hardest matchups for this deck is just Killmonger, because it kind of defeats what you're trying to do with Clea to help you enable a big werewolf, give you some big abomination value, and give you some Laufey value. But let me go ahead and jump right into why we have each card in this list individually, as well as give you guys some substitutions. So starting off, we do have Clea. She's one of the main cards in this list in the sense of this is built around her. I think there's a world where you could do different one-drops. Maybe you want to do, I think this is kind of the werewolf package in a sense with Affliction kind of based off a Sanctum Showdowns kind of thing. So there's a world you maybe just do a different one-drop that has a continual on reveal, and maybe you drop the High Evo package and just go more into the bounce style, because I think werewolf bounce is still pretty solid, or even that Nihilus werewolf kind of thing. But Clea in this list is kind of just to give you extra spells to be able to get werewolf value, to be able to get Nicholas Scratch value, in order to get abomination value. You have a lot of different outs there, and the -3, applying that to a card is really, really nice, which I really do like a lot, because, that's power. If they don't have Luke Cage, you're literally just offsetting a lot of power in their lane that they maybe would have been comfortable in. But now, since they don't have that access, or they aren't really able to kind of do anything about it unless they Shadow King, this is a really kind of sneaky card there. I think it's much better than I thought it was when I was doing the buy or bust this week. I think this card actually can hold its own. It's just going to be, you have to have cards to buff it. Like Misty Knight with High Evo, of course, if you skip energy at the end of turn, Misty Knight uses that one of those energies to be able to hit one of your other cards on the board. This is a really good condition into Clea, especially early game. The less cards on the board, the better for Clea, since that can kind of help Misty target that better. Of course, when you're throwing out spells with Merlin or with Clea, that it does buff your Nicholas Scratch. If you do have Scratch into Merlin, that's a really good start to your game to really enable you to be able to get a lot of different outs and get a lot of Nicholas Scratch value. You could run Agamotto maybe even in this list too. Agamotto to get some more spells for Nicholas Scratch. Bolts to be able to have extra energy, winds to afflict a lot of negative power and stuff. So, I think that's another way you could do this instead of High Evo. You just go more into the Agamotto stuff, which I think is totally valid. Next, of course, we have Nico, the Swiss Army Knife one-drop, which, of course, has so many different on-reveals that can totally help with your werewolf. You can also buff your Clea to be able to give her extra power to give you another Flames of Faltine, copy a card, turn a card into a demon. Of course, if the card turns into a demon after it's on reveal, that is what ends the card's on reveal, and werewolf does not jump to that card because it is now a demon. Next, of course, we also have Surge. Surge to kind of enable some more combo pieces for you, give you a little bit of energy cheat, give you a little extra power as well. Surge is just kind of one of those really good 2-drops you have it here to kind of enable you to continue to either get combos out early or get better combos even later in the game. Next, of course, Merlin makes a bunch of spells for you, works with the Nicholas Scratch, works with the Clea. There's not a direct one-to-one substitution for Merlin in here. I think he just works really well and does his job tremendously. So I think you kind of just have him as a must in this list, especially giving you the werewolf value, the scratch value, change your locations, change your cards that have already gone off into something else. Just really solid. Next, of course, we do have Marvel Boy. Buffs 3 of your 1-drops with 1 power. If you don't want to use Marvel Boy, there's not really another on-the-board permanent cost enabler that does the targeting as well as Marvel Boy does for especially Clea, and giving you extra value to scratch, especially if you don't have spells. So Marvel Boy is really good there and really allows you just to be able to get as many spells for Clea as you almost possibly can. Maybe you want to go more into a Galacta kind of route to be able to just add power to cards as you play them if you don't have Marvel Boy. But Marvel Boy really does work really well in its slot. And then, of course, you have Werewolf by Night. There's not a one-to-one swap for Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night is a core card in this list, being able to bounce around to other areas on the board, be able to reach these not necessarily locations, but be able just to add power as he continues to bounce is just really incredible. And you can get this card as like one of your main scalers in this deck, one of your main win cons, especially if you can get spells. This is really solid for you. Next, we do have Laufey. Laufey steals power, so if your opponent has Luke Cage, you only steal power from your side of the board, but it is this side of the board, your side of the board, and your opponent's side of the board that this card can add power to. It is an on reveal for Werewolf by Night. I was thinking about Luffy. And gives you Abomination value as well. Next, we do have Kahori. If you don't have Kahori, I could do Gwenpool instead, but Kahori really helps you with the amount of cards you're going to have in your hand, whether it is from spells from Clea or spells from Merlin. Those are the main two cards that add cards to your hand. You have a lot of different options there for a lot of Kahori value, especially as Galactic kind of has fallen off a little bit since her change in the OTA. Kahori can kind of give you some of that optimized power as well. And then, of course, you have High Evo. High Evo enables your Abomination and enables your Misty Knight. And it's a 4/7. And then Abomination, you have different ways to afflict power, whether it is Clea or whether it is Laufey. I think those are like the main two ways to afflict power. So there's a world where you don't run Abomination at all because it's just too expensive and you're not afflicting power enough. But Laufey can almost give you -4 on your Abomination. And then if you've also done Clea stuff, Abomination could be even cheaper. It's another just really good power play to play later on in the game. That's why I love Abomination in this list. But that's going to be the majority of the list that we were messing around with. It'll be down in the description below. We're going to jump into some gameplay where we talk through some of our turns, why we're doing things here, why we're doing things there. But I definitely want to say thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you guys at the end of the video. Definitely feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I'll see you guys at the end of the video. We do have Werewolf. We have Scratch. We have Merlin. We can get some value going. We can get some value. This actually still is Merlin stuff. We do have Clea as well. Yeah, let's make this work. I think we got a little something. Yeah, what's going on, Timmy? How you doing, bro? Welcome in. Yeah, we got a really, really good start here. The thing is that I don't play anything here because if we do lose this to like a Human Torch kind of thing here, we're just kind of cooked. Yeah, they sage us pretty early. Okay. That's fine. That is genuinely just fine by me. So I go once in future into Polymorph into Nico. I think this is the play. I think it's that, which buffs that into Polymorph. We get a Madam Web. Oh, that's actually pretty sick. And then we have Nico for whatever happens next. Gwenpool. Okay. We have Laufey. I do that. I get another Laufey into Once in Future. And this is disgusting, actually. This is actually disgusting. Holy. And then I Once in Future. What's going on, Credo? Yeah, this is gross. Grandmaster onto Gwenpool. Okay. Into Flames. Okay, so they have a Clea in hand. Okay, that's fine. U.S. Agent. Okay. I'm going to Laufey middle. Move Merlin over. Omniversal. And then I'm going to Abomination Vibranium right. I think it's actually do I don't need that much more. I don't need that much power middle. I'm going to do that into this, that. I do this into Abomination right, into Omniversal left, which brings Werewolf over into Vibranium. They Aranya the Dagger. Okay. Bigger than Dagger. They torch Vibranium. Cool. All right. We didn't get Clea value there, but we had a lot of just like spell value, and then the Nico into double Laufey is really good. Genuinely cannot wait. I will be going back to playing some Rivals. Not dropping any Snap by any means, but I will be playing some more Rivals because I love Jean Grey, and we're going to have to try out the Phoenix, bro. And all the Venomite skins look amazing. Also, we will be streaming some Marvel Mayhem soon as well, because I want to make some Marvel Mayhem content. That game also is so much fun right now. I want to get spells going over here. Yeah, 2 Duelist is a feels bad, but okay, this is looking like it's going to be another kind of mirror match for Clea and stuff. Squirrels. We do get Surge into Omniversal. Give us a little bit of power there. I hit my first grind wall. Oh, what happened? What happened? Ooh, this will be interesting. I'll try and show you what to do. I would totally try it. We do get high Evo. This fills our hand, but we get a lot of value in a lot of places. It might be that. I think it's that, actually. For the Surge order, they get Merlin, another Black Swan, get Mojo into High Evo. Ooh, this will be interesting. I go Marvel Boy, Omniversal. They have a pretty rough hand. It looks like 2. We're going to get... Marvel Boy only hits 2 cards here. There's a world where I do this, actually, just so I can get another card for Marvel Boy to hit. So I am continually getting Marvel Boy value, is what I'm thinking. They only have 4 board slots here. So I think this actually could even be a snap. Just looking at their board space, I can find a way to get Mojo value here, which I think is pretty potentially helpful here for us. Unless they bounce a lot of stuff right now, which they do have Black Swan for some potential bounce stuff. They Werewolf once in future. Okay. They only have 1 spell. So this has got to be something bigger. Bast. Okay. I'm Marvel Boy. I once in future. This should be pretty good for us here. For what we're contesting with, I like the vibe we got going on. Cause I go Laufey, gets some pretty huge power here. Can Laufey there. I get 7 power. They lose 4. They go to 8. I go to 12. I lose 3. I add 9 power here. I can only play 3 cards to get bishop value. Bishop goes to 15. I add 12. 12 minus 3 is 9. So I go to 15. We beat bishop. And then I think it is that. Filling right will give them a few more, but also filling right for us will give us a few more too. Or actually, hear me out. Actually, hear me out. So we can get mojo value too, potentially. I think it's this. We get the Laufey. Yep. Into Misty, Omniversal. And then I get the Nico. They Omniversal middle into Mojo. Into Marvel Boy and Monkey. And we win breakers. We do win breakers. Nice. Let's go. Yeah, I haven't spent any money on Mayhem yet either. I'm kind of just waiting until... If I get truly invested into it, then I probably will. But we shall see. New card? When we've drawn the new card card's feeling pretty good. But I think that was the right snap for us too. I think because of how many spots they had to fill up. Sorry. Because of how many spots they were already fill. And because they basted so early, that really helped us a lot. Like, really helped us a lot. Paths of Exile. We do have Nico. We have Marvel Boy. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we back, baby. And we back. Honestly, I could have played Nico out with +1 in case we drew Clea. But we didn't. Jennifer Kale. What are they? Are they playing like Infinity Ultron stuff? Okay, we get the werewolf. We do get the werewolf. Is this? I don't know. I feel like this is Infinity Ultron. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. That's Infinity Ultron things. I lied. I don't. Wait. Unless it's not. Oh yeah, the Victor Faro Surtur is so good. Oh wait. Maybe. I think it's just this, actually. I mean, it's weird, but I think it's just this. Oh, gosh. Oh, what is about to happen here? What's going on, Philip? How you doing, bro? I think... Are they gonna Killmonger? Not Killmonger. This isn't Chi, right? Magic? An Invisible Woman? Oh, this is funky, bro. This is gonna be funky. Wait, oh no, I know what they're doing here. They're gonna set up some fire hair stuff for Galactus. So I need to go, like, massive into one lane. No, this is fire hair Galactus stuff. I think I guessed correctly. There's a world where I didn't guess correctly. I think we guessed correctly here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We knew what was going on. We knew what was going on, and it was fire hair Galactus things. I mean, if you are trying to climb right now, though, you got ooh. We get more immediate value with. They have 4 extra cards. No, they have what? They have 6 cards in their deck. So, no, they're running Thanos. They're snapping the Thanos. We'll take it. We'll take it. We do have the spell engine, so that's why we're doing this. They're snapping turn 1 Mind Stone. Okay, I don't hate this. I don't hate this. Ooh. Yo, we do get some Clea value now. We do get some Clea value, but we're going to go Merlin first. Merlin. Changa on the shield. Space Stone. This draws Thanos now and times. Okay, well now I truly understand why they snapped, because that was a great freaking thing for them. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. We do have Misty. We have a lot of ways to get, like, Kahori value and stuff. Surely they're not running Killmonger. Surely this is just a very fair play that's about to happen. Okay. Oh, they're playing the starter version. They're playing the Big Notmydance version. Sure, that's fine. Okay. So, I go Marvel Boy. And Flames. I need to play, well, actually, I think it's just Kahori here. It's Kahori, and then we're about to go crazy. Because our hand's going to be full, but we should get a lot of potential flames here. Oh, we get hit. Oh my gosh. Wow. Strange. Soul Stone. Reality Stone. I lose 1 flames and I get Nebula, and they lose Sam. Okay, I go Marvel Boy. Actually, let me go Nebula once in future. Marvel Boy. And then I'm going to snap back. And this is about to be gross. This is about to be really, really gross here. They're not winning any locations, so we don't have to worry about the whatchamacallit. Anything crazy there? Okay. They get Thanos down. We keep priority. We get the Clea buff. And then I have a lot of extra energy and stuff to mess around with here. So I go Abomination, Flames, Omniversal. They are losing 6 power right. I'm gaining 2 power. They're losing 6 power right. I'm gaining... I'm going up 11 power middle. I lose to like Scar and Strange Supreme eating Mind Stone is the main thing messing me up there. Strange Supreme eating Mind Stone loses me the game. Cool. That will work for 8. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. This is interesting. Subterranea kind of stinks here, but you remember to pick up missions at the start Tuesday for the first time in weeks, bro. At the beginning of stream, I forgot to as well, OG. Ooh, okay. This is pretty good. Pretty good start here for us. We're already gonna get Faultine here. We're gonna get the flames. We're gonna at least get multiple flames to be able to affect the werewolf. Okay, so with this card, it is looking like it's probably not gonna be a werewolf angle. If we're being honest here. If we're being honest, we kind of can't play werewolf right now. Or do we debate them with werewolf? They have Doom. Oh, is this Nomura C5 stuff? It might be Nomura C5 stuff. Okay. I do think it's this. I mean, yeah, well, this gives me better Kahori value next turn. So actually it's this for better Kahori value. They have priority. They're playing Rocket and Groot. That's fine. I get another spell. I go Flames Kahori. Is this a snap, actually, though? We're going to get Abomination value. We're going to get another Flames. This seems pretty good. We only have 4 other cards on the board. I think this is a snap. We immediately get a -3. We know they have Doom in hand. So, like, we knew that with Astral Projection. They have Doom in hand. I do that into Kahori. I get 2. Oh, my gosh. They Cannonball, but it doesn't do any... We get Clea into Surge and stuff. Play Clea left because we get some extra bonuses on Stark Tower. Yeah, congratulations, Trin. Congratulations. This card is cool. Yeah, I bet. Iron Fist. I'm excited for them to make one for all the movies. Oh, that is so freaking good. Like, I love it. Good pun. Good pun. What do we got? Oh, Surge's animation goes off there. The duplicate Surge goes off. The duplicate Surge. Okay, this is actually pretty good for me. Let's do that. If I can get this rock out, that'll be good. But if we can't get the rock out, we're kind of in a bit of a jiffy. I don't want double Merlins. I don't necessarily want... I mean, the thing is with double Marvel Boy, if Marvel Boy lands right, I always get Marvel Boy out instead. Unless I do just want continual Clea. Actually, hold on. Let's do it. Let's get continual Clea buffs. Why not? Why not? Strange on Iron Fist. Oh, are they... They're setting up for Beast. Gotcha. Gotcha. They Carnage. Multiple Man. Go Polly. Flames. Yeah, no, this is gonna be very, very funky for them. And then I can play more cards here. I mean, they're playing... Are they playing... They're not playing just like Phoenix Force stuff here. I mean, they have Carnage into both Stranges with an Iron Fist, so I'm thinking they're playing some form of Phoenix Force with the Iron Fist. Maybe they don't have the Aranya. The other thing is... There's a world where I do this, that instead. And then... I mean, I'm going to be filling my hand too. Oh, wow. We get lots of just value here. They Ghost Spider a 0 power multiple man into Venom. And Vibranium.
All systems go.
I have literally all of the flames. Oh my gosh. I was flamings left to clear hand space, and I didn't want to polymorph the Marvel Boy. Wow. That was kind of disgusting. But we flames left because if I polyed left, we got rid of the Marvel Boy, and I just wanted to give stuff there. I didn't want to clog myself. Yeah, the flame is -3. Yeah, Thanos. Well, yeah, Thanos right also would have won. It was either Thanos right and we ended up getting perfect, or it was Thanos left. We got Agamotto. Nicholas scratch things here. I have Merlin. I have Scratch. This is really good. Like, this is really, really good. Bishop. Okay. They're doing bishop things. I'm going to do that. We should be good. Yeah, no, there was a oh, I played that wrong, actually. Genuinely speaking, we played that wrong. Oh my gosh, what the high roll? Bro, that high roll is crazy. Oh my. Bro, wait. This is insanity. I mean, it's a 50-50. 50-50 either Surge or Misty here, which is why I have another Surge to mess around with, which is why this is so good. And then I'll be able to play Abomination and Laufey next turn. Abomination and Laufey next turn, which is why I'm snapping this too. Even with them having extra energy, this is wow. I'm playing Surge last because once in future offsets my draws. So that is why we're doing that like that. Galacta into Forge. Yep. There we go. And we get Kahori. All right, so then this is Abomination into Laufey middle. Yeah, no, you are totally good, B-Dog. I'm just gonna let that be right, and whatever happens here happens here. So it's gonna be Abomination here, and then Laufey middle, and we should be good. I lose to some sort of like, I think Killmonger beats me here. I think Killmonger's the main. Killmonger or even like some Surfer or something. Brood Surfer. Like Brood here, or like if it's Shaw. Yeah, all since they're all spells, they all banish. I mean, there's another world where I play Omni into Kahori to just get more on reveals. I can go boop, 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 boop. But I think it's just that into that. They images. Oh, really smart play by them. They don't get the Forge value. They don't get Forge, but they Nico into Clea. Okay. That will work. That will work. Oh my goodness. Bro, Magic? I've never played Magic. I know Zombies has been dabbling in Magic. I think he made a new channel for Magic and stuff too. Okay, we're gonna go Clea here. We're gonna get the Clea value. Surge. We get some Faultine. Bro, what is this game in DC, bro? What is this game? And DC, not DC, Central Park. I've gone to Central Park so many times tonight. What is this game? What is this a game? This is crazy, bro. I'm hoping to get a Nico copy or something here. That's the goal. Because otherwise, we're in a bit of a pickle. Red Guardian hits my Misty. And then the Hazmat. Oh, my word. Oh, brother. Cassandra Nova, Diamondback. Oh. That's actually a bit unfortunate in general. I think is this. I lose to like Luke crazy stuff here, right? I think Luke beats me. Ajax. Oh, they do have Luke. Wow. Go right, go right. Oh, let's freaking go. We beat it. Marvel Boy things. Marvel Boy things. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoy all the support you guys have been having on the channel recently. I'm trying to pump out as many videos, more as possible, as I'm getting into a better schedule with Snap. I know Snap's not feeling the best right now. I hope we do have some changes coming up here soon that maybe help and just make us more into the game, because I think losing a bunch of people Snap is always, it feels bad. And I just want nothing but the best for this game, because I've loved this game, and I think we're in a weird spot right now, but hopefully things can just get better. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.